So for the past few days, we've been looking at what the BBC has been doing as far as voice tech goes and distributing its content on that other platform of smart speakers and so on. Let's take a look and see what the commercial news sector is doing, particularly the Evening Standard in London. The article and the information comes from pressgazette.co.uk. You can read it there and also via the smartspeakers.com/links. Hello, I'm Peter Stewart. Tweeter Stewart on Twitter. Yeah, the Evening Standard in London, one news brand that's got a dedicated team producing smart audio content, and it's particularly integrated with, or it's a partner with Google Assistant's Your News Briefing in the US. It's a partner news publisher for them. So it's a personalised news service which hasn't actually been available in Europe but in the United States. So if you ask Google Assistant, what's my news today, it brings up a short audio report from a selection of news providers, the Evening Standard in London being one of those, and also the Washington Post and also the Hollywood Reporter as well. And how does the workflow go with that as far as that London newsroom goes? Well, the Standard, which is a newspaper, as I say, employs 3 full-time journalists. They work 7 days a week on Google Assistant content, and they've also got freelancers. Heads up, it's actually funded by the Google News Initiative. That's what it's been funded by over the past year, 18 months or so. And the content is a mixture of stories from the daily newspaper and online, covering news and showbiz and tech, as well as original breaking news content. And it's all in kind of 30-second sound bites that they're running out there that you can hear your London news, your UK news, and it's also got a bit of a take on US news as well. As I say, only available in the US at the moment. And tech stories have been proven to be particularly useful for them. Very, very popular on the Google Your News service. That's the Google Your News service. And they've created their own daily science and tech podcast. Now, that runs between 5 and 7 minutes long. As we've said before on the Smart Speakers Daily, when it's a podcast, not a flash briefing, and a flash briefing, not a podcast, when it's under 10 minutes. And it's also available via that Your Daily Drive on Spotify, which launched, when was that? Was that last year? Was that 2020? Was it 2019? In these times, the days kind of roll into one another, don't they? But Your Daily Drive, which of course is using content, voice content, mixing it up with audio of other means and other formats as well. For example, your music that you want to hear as well. So it's like a radio drive show, if you like, with the content you need and the entertainment you want as well. I'm Peter Stewart, the host and producer of the Smart Speakers Daily and also the 28-day Flash Briefing and Get a Better Broadcast podcast and video voice podcast as well. From London, back tomorrow with more.
Part of the Briefcast.fm network.